Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Out for Smokes podcast. If you are in Rochester, New York this week, I will be performing one show at Comedy at the Carlson in the Rickles Room. It is a kind of an offshoot of their main room, you know? They have like the bigger acts like your Nimesh Patels and your...
Is that what it's called, the Nimesh Patel room? It's whatever headliner is that weekend room?
Yeah. No, they named the room after him and he'll... But yeah, I'll be at Comedy at the Carlson. Google Comedy at the Carlson, and then get your tickets. What's funny about that? Have you ever been to that club?
No.
There's along at the bar area, like along the wall. There's pictures of dead. There's paintings of dead comedians. Mm-hmm. So they found this like local artist to paint pictures of the comedians who've died recently. So lately, there's been like a Bob Saget painting and a. Who else has died lately? Louis Anderson.
Sure. Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah. So you look at the wall and you're like, who's next?
Sure.
Who's next on this wall?
Who will be executed by the deep state next?
Exactly.
Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
I've seen like Rodney Dangerfield painted a lot, and it's tough to have an in memoriam of him because he looks like if you dug up a dead body, like his it's always like they try to do the clip of him with his eyes bulging out of his head, like from the No Respect album cover.
Right.
But if you paint that in an RIP, it looks like he got ran over by a car, and you're painting his face the moment that happened.
Yeah. When you see him, it's almost like, whoa, put him back in. He's not.
He's not done yet.
He's not done yet.
He probably said that about himself.
Yeah.
Sure.
But anyway. So we had a little episode planned today, and then I had to work. Stop doing that. Sorry, guys.
Mike's son is getting older.
Yeah.
To the point where I think in 2 weeks he's about to grab the microphone.
He's going to be calling us slurs like from the other, like very soon.
Well, I have noticed that because he is parroting words.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been weird. I mean, we've been doing this podcast about a year or just over.
Yeah.
And he's learned like a whole vocabulary. He wasn't speaking at all at the start.
Right.
Well, he was going, that's cool, when I was out there playing with him.
You know, I got here and he said Scott's sister was a whore. Like, he's learning all these things that we talk about.
No, that's experience. That's not the podcast.
He was like, tell me about the dancing Israelis again.
Yeah. So that's kind of nice, but he's being very loud right now. It is kind of distracting. I've you know how like usually when we know an episode is going to be dog shit, we call it about 30 minutes into the show, and this I'm calling this early.
You haven't even hit the 5-minute mark.
I know, I'm
You're
calling
still
this
doing
early.
your show plugs. Yeah, we're flushing the toilet on this one.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We're gonna no, because I got some stuff I want to talk about. Actually.
Yeah, the AC is blasting in here. It's lovely, and Mike is sweating. If we can zoom in on Mike's face for the YouTube.
Well, I'm trying to. I mean, are you guys having a good summer? How's your summer going?
How's my summer going?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't feel like summer, man.
Yeah.
I'm 33, and so it's just, it feels like hot sometimes.
Yeah.
It's sticky sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's all a matter of like, how is this going to affect my balls, my ass crack, and my general mentality, you know? Because you go seasonal depression, but then why is summer making you so sad? And then you go, well, that's just a man's sadness that you got to confront.
Right.
And so I'm not really dealing with summer the way that it's been presented to us by the media, which is a happy time.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going through it.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think I've had like 2 happy moments the entire summer. I think I've had 2 times.
Can you say what they are? Do you know what they are?
You know, last night was kind of fun. We did the show at the Stand, and Deb did a benefit show, so she had on like Soder and Nimesh.
Oh,
and,
I didn't know that. That's really nice.
Yeah, so I get to see all my friends. Liz Mealy was on. She was very funny.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so that was nice, but you know, it's a lot of it's been a lot of work, a lot of sweating, a lot of running around, a lot of now we got the car shit that we're dealing with. So we need a new battery on the car. Car's got to pass inspection. I don't know. It's like
I'm dealing with car trouble too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't you're kind of always dealing with car trouble? Though.
I am, because here's the thing. I was always able to when you come from like, okay, like when someone you love dies and then you get and you like you have like access to a few things, you know, like a car or something.
Yeah.
Then I don't get to maintain it because I don't have, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so everything falls apart.
You don't appreciate it?
No, not that I don't appreciate it. It's that everything I've ever gotten was through like moments of making money, or moments of of getting a car, like inheriting a car.
Right. Like it kind of fell into
so you can't afford it though, and so it just falls apart until you can't do it no more.
Yeah.
And so you're just like spending money on shit.
You're saying it kind of fell into your lap, whatever good things happen to you.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent like $2,000 on Magic cards.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, how much?
2,000
or 200?
It's close to like at least 1,500.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, that's
how
wild.
do you feel about that?
What do you do with them? You look at them and hold them, right?
Well, you sleeve them up. They're these pre-made World Championship decks.
By the way, let's give a little shout out to our producer Johnny, who just knocked a bookshelf off of my wall. You guys hear that noise in the back?
Something that's childproof.
That noise in the back, it's actually not my toddler. It's our producer Johnny.
He was rummaging through the books.
Yeah, Johnny, if you want to jump on and say hello.
Hey, everybody.
And I should say we got to do a little casual episode today because we had something planned. I had to work. I tried to get out of it. And I was like, I don't know when I'm going to be done. It's the thing with moving is you never know when you're going to be done.
Sure.
Yeah. But we got done around 4:30 p.m. Anyway, Magic the Gathering. So walk us, because I don't get to spend $1,500 on anything. But
that's what I was thinking about. It's like, I'm just a giant child. Like, that money should be going to my son.
But you don't have a son.
I'm a disgrace to my ancestors.
You should be maybe saving it for a potential son.
All of human evolution is crying out in pain when I go on eBay and do that. But it makes me feel like better for like a second. And they arrive and then you're depressed the next day.
Yeah.
But the thing is, don't repeat this, but I have about $2,000 in cash in that drawer right there. And I just have this need to I have to hide it from my family.
Yeah. Do you ever sniff it? Anytime I've ever had money and hid it, I would occasionally just kind of look at it and shuffle it and sniff it and put it back. It's been very rare. Like the most money I've ever had, you're 11, you know?
Yeah.
Where you're like, hey, can I mow your lawn?
Yeah.
And then by the time you're in your 20s, you're like, fuck you, suck my dick, mow your own lawn.
Yeah. I spent $50 on Thai food tonight. And I asked Deb, I said, can you take the chicken out of the freezer? The chicken didn't defrost in time. And then I was looking around. I got home. I was like, I got to prep for the show. As you could tell, we did a lot. I did a lot of prep for today's show.
Yeah.
But the chicken didn't.
No, me and Sean semi did prep for the show.
Great. Okay,
well, that's
great.
the thing. It's like
great. Well, we
outthink ourselves.
We what?
We outthink ourselves because Johnny was like, let's set up a WhatsApp. And then Mike is like too much of a guinea to check the WhatsApp. So it's like we got a group text going, but then like...
But what do we do in the WhatsApp that we can't do? Or
you'll ask a question and then Mike will answer 8 hours later with like a statement that requires a new question. And so you just go, fuck it. Let's just show up. I know how to wing it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But we had an episode plan, and then
we
it's
did
like,
an episode plan.
and then
we'll
it's
do next week.
The day of, we're like, what are we doing for the episode?
And then he goes, we'll push it back till next week.
Yeah, so there's an episode planned next week that was supposed to be today.
If you hate the episode, text me personally. 609. Text my wife. This is my wife's phone number, and just tell me how much you hate the episode. Next week's episode, you autistic guys will really like. But I do have some good news. I'm almost sold out of t-shirts, and so we got some.
Wait, what does sold out mean though? Did you have an amount?
Yeah, I ordered like 60.
Oh fuck, that's amazing. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you guys will get a little something after the orders go out.
Even if you use them as the thing to come on. Like just please buy it.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a comic that does that.
Wait, what does he do?
He sells cum towels.
He comes on them and sells them?
No, he sells towels. His merch is like a towel that you can jack off into.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Who is the comic?
John Marco.
Why don't I know him?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you're allowed to speak on the show. You're more than welcome.
That surprises me that he would sell that.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like his brand.
But does it surprise you?
Oh, Gian Marco.
Yeah,
I thought you said John Marco.
No, Gian Marco.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He sells cum.
He sells cum towels.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey.
Anyway, so take us through your thought process. So where do you buy these cards? And it's interesting that you think that you're supposed to be spending money on a kid, because I don't. Every dollar that I've spent on my kid I might as well light it on fire.
Well, yeah.
All these fucking books over here that he doesn't like, clothes that end up with stains all over them. You need very little. You have to as you get older find things that bring you joy.
Sure.
You know? So I'm kind of glad that you found that. So what do you do with the cards though?
Well, there's like different things you can do with Magic cards, but these ones that I'm buying, they're like pre-made decks. So I'm sleeving them up, and then the other people I know play Magic, they can come over to my house, or I can go bring them over to theirs, and we just play. Because it's like, that's the thing about Magic. It can be a very expensive hobby, but when you actually just have the decks and the cards, then it's like a board game. It's like, oh, I have everything here. You don't have to go buy your own deck. You can just play with what I have.
But you don't have friends to play Magic with, so you just put them in the book and look at them?
Most of the time. I do have a few friends. But
and you go, he's good, he's bad.
He plays with his shadow.
Yeah. And then do you want to talk more about the game, how it works, or...
Yeah, I mean, I like it because it's like a mix of poker and chess. But I mean, it has kind of that fantasy Dungeons and Dragons stuff, which I don't care for as much. But I just like the game itself, especially I collect the oldest cards. And the oldest cards, I mean, it goes back to 1994, but early on, I think the art is much more interesting because they would, it started in Seattle. They hired a bunch of local artists from the Seattle area and like people they knew. And they just kind of gave them a very broad mandate to do whatever. Like, so the card will be a vampire and the prompt would just be, hey, paint a vampire.
Okay.
So early Magic cards have like lots of beautiful art, but then as the game became more and more popular, it's very standardized, very bland now. So I don't care as much for current Magic cards.
Yeah. Should we try to bring back Pogs?
Well, yeah, and we could sell Pogs.
Yeah.
Because what is a Pog exactly?
It's a little circular.
Yeah, but I mean,
piece of
define it. Like if
cardboard.
we went to go, let's make some
okay,
Pogs.
yeah.
How could we? I remember having heavy Pogs. Maybe metal Pogs.
Well, the slammers were
yeah.
like if you flip them over.
And it would have your favorite, like the Mask's face on it, you know?
Yeah.
Or then like the Black Ranger.
Yeah. Dude, I'm getting excited like thinking about Pogs. Like they were
they're
so
fun.
cool. Yeah.
It's just fun to hold stuff that you like and kind of move it around your hands. I even think, again, like I think we've mentioned gold before, and you go, what the fuck is the value of gold other than, ooh, it's in my hands? It's like if everybody gave a fuck about Magic like he does, all of a sudden Magic cards are gold.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
Should we just run this episode back from the top?
No,
this
I
is
like
a
it.
good ass episode. Yeah.
All right.
So, Mike, why do you feel so distracted lately?
Me?
Yeah.
I've just been working. It's been the end of the month, and I'm just like working these long hours, and I don't have any time to do
trying to catch up. I know.
anything else. Yeah, I had to go down to Bay Ridge yesterday. I spent like 4 hours in Bay Ridge just waiting for them to work on my car. I took it to the fucking dealership, and because my car needs an inspection, so they were like, okay, here's all the things that's wrong with your car, and of course it's like 9 things, and it's like your air filters, your windshield wipers, your battery, and I said, all right, let's. And the battery wasn't covered by the warranty for even though the battery was like defective or something. Sure. It's this whole thing. Yeah. It's this whole thing with your fucking car where it's just such a shakedown.
Yeah, you constantly have to maintain it, or you get in trouble. You get it taken
get
away from you like it's a fucking kid. Dude, it's a hunk of metal. Leave me the fuck alone, dude. I can do whatever I want to it. It's not a kid. It's not a dog.
Right.
It's not a pet. Right. It's my car.
And I can fuck it if I want to.
Yeah, I can fuck my car. I mean, ask Jay Leno.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's a fun little after-hours show.
Sure.
Jay Leno fucks his cars.
But my car, last December it was due for inspection. So and now it's August.
Yeah.
And I've been driving around in it. And then sometimes if I think it's too risky, because cops will pull me over, you know. If I think it's too risky, I'll drive my mother's car, which has my father, like it has like an in memoriam, like, you know, rest in peace to my dad in the sticker on the back window.
Okay.
But my dad's name is just my name. Yeah. So it's just like it's just like in loving memory of me. Yeah. Of Scott Chaplin. And then so every time I look in the rear view, I see it, and it's just like, God damn it, fix your fucking car so you don't drive around in the car that says you are dead on it.
Wouldn't that be funny if a cop pulled you over? He was like, "What's going on with you tonight?" And then he sees your license and he kills himself because he thinks you're a ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah, it's funnier when you realize Scott drives around high all the time, just staring at a picture of himself dead.
They can't stop you when you're high, man.
Now look at this, Sean. You wanted to bail on this episode. We are 15 minutes in, which is basically a third of the episode completed.
Hey, and it's so great.
You know?
Yeah, and I'm from a small town, and I moved back in with my mom.
Yeah,
as we've mentioned.
Yeah,
and I think it's a small enough town where they go, it's Scott. You know, like, because I can drive around my town a little bit without getting pulled over for the car.
Right.
But if I go any further, they'll pull me over. Okay. You know, if I go to another town, I'll get pulled over.
Okay.
If I stay in my town.
Speaking of small towns.
Yeah, speaking of small towns.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Try that.
Should we transition?
What's his name? Jason Aldean?
Jason Aldean.
It wasn't James Baldwin? Okay.
It's James Baldwin.
It's James Baldwin.
I'm going to fuck you up if you come
Try
to my
that in a small town, you dirty bitch.
Try that in a small town with James Baldwin. Are you looking at my bitch? Are you? Hey, there's some ruffians there. You better disrespect the cops. You better respect the cops.
It's very Terrence and Phillip. That's his voice.
Yeah.
James Baldwin talks like his head is a Canadian in South Park.
Yeah. And he was a gay guy like on TV when they didn't allow gay guys on TV.
Well, yeah, but you think it was like,
hey, guy, I'm not your buddy. I'm not what the white man calls it.
Yeah. You're right. They didn't. Who were the gay guys on TV in the 60s?
Like Charles Nelson Riley, I guess.
James Baldwin. But then there was that
Gore
guy.
Vidal. Gore Vidal.
Oh, okay, sure.
Well, and then all the movie stars like Cary Grant, but they would just pump them full of drugs until they talk normal.
Well, yeah, and Cary Grant. Yeah, no one knew Cary Grant was gay, right?
No.
That came out after.
I think so. Yeah. Cary Grant would just walk in on set and be like, "Hey boys, looking good. I like all your." and then they just hold him down. They inject him with something. He's like, "Oh yes, hello, darling."
They would hit him with like an elephant tranquilizer.
Yeah.
To lessen his gayness.
Yep.
I believe it, dude.
Yep. Anyway, so I finally saw that music video. Do you guys have any thoughts?
Wait, which means Jason Aldean,
the Jason Aldean,
small town.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
Try that in a small town.
Try that in a small town. I guess the idea is it's.
No, I knew that was going to happen.
The video camera went out. So what do we do about that?
I forgot. Well, I got a battery right here.
Oh, so just put it in.
And we're back. That was a good. We're just singing jingles.
Oh, is that what I was doing? Yeah, I do that sometimes. Yeah.
She's into superstition.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Black cats and a voodoo. Oh, that's Ricky Martin.
Yeah.
What a bad voice. Because in order to have a good voice, you just do an impression of whoever's singing. But then you go to sing Ricky Martin and you go, wait, why do I all of a sudden suck at singing? And it's because Ricky Martin sucked at singing.
Singer. Yeah.
You know why? Because he was trying to hide being gay.
Right.
Just like you were saying.
Right.
Who were you saying about before we had to stop? Because that's how unprepared we are for this episode.
James Baldwin.
The camera went out.
No.
Anywho.
James Baldwin. Wait, who?
Try that
Grant.
in a small town, though. That's really why.
Yeah.
Which is
maybe this podcast will take off and we all stop hiding being gay. We'll be the only openly gay podcast.
Oh wow, the first one.
On all of iTunes. Yeah.
What if it turns out everyone who did a podcast is gay? That's like the thing, you know.
I mean, is that far off? Like, what other type of person sits down and takes a microphone and goes, "Hey, everybody,
says, me,
listen to me. Thanks for listening. Buy the t-shirts.
Yeah, just
see me.
Just Mike and Perez Hilton.
Come see me on stage."
But Try That in a Small Town is by Jason Aldean. Now, I don't know any other Jason Aldean songs.
Yeah.
Do you know any?
No.
Okay,
before you get into
he's got to have some hits, I would assume.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he was at
Try that in a medium-sized town.
Try that in a medium-sized T-shirt.
Try that in like a metropolitan with less than 1 million, but more than 100,000 people in it.
Well, yeah, because that's what I mean. So it's try that in a small town, and then you listen to the song without seeing the music video, and you go, oh yeah, we've heard this before from small town folk acting like they would stop things from happening.
We should do a liberal version of try that in a small town and call it try that in a Target. You want to tell your son that he can't wear a dress? You want to tell your wife that she can't have multiple sexual partners? Hey, buddy.
But but then in the video they're showing like footage of like gas station robberies,
You don't want to let your daughter use the litter box. Try that in a big town. Try that in New York. Come to New York City. See if you can stop your son from using the litter box.
Yeah, I dare you to tell your son not to piss in the litter box, asshole.
Try that in New York.
Try that in New York fucking City, baby.
Try to stop that 6-year-old from taking hormones. Come here. Try to stop us.
Yeah. Come here. You want to take my fucking puberty blockers?
But they say try that in a small town, and
come to New York, we'll fucking kill you.
The thing is these things do happen in small towns. Most robbers, I call them robbers. I don't know what they call themselves now. I hope they changed it since the 40s.
Burglars.
Yeah, burglars, whatever these men want to call themselves.
Yeah.
Cowboys. They do rob small towns because small towns are right off of the side of highways. They're like highway exits. Yeah. And so you go into a small town and you rob a gas station. Like a lot of gas stations off the side of highways in small towns get robbed. So you're just making up a thing. People do try that in a small town, and guess what happens? Nothing. You just go, fuck, damn.
Well,
try smoking fentanyl in a small town.
Yeah, you go try that in a small town. Like a kid did, and he shot a bunch of people at a parade. Like, what did you do? Nothing. You made a song 4 years later?
Yeah. Well, I think he's trying to say, like, don't be a degenerate. Like,
of
don't
course.
cuss at the cops.
Sure, yes.
Don't spend $2,000 on magic cars on eBay. Fucking do nothing except smoke weed all week.
Yeah, he says don't spit in a cop's face, and then it's like, dude, what are you talking about? Every time a cop tries to go on some like bumpkin's property, he's wanting to spit in a cop's face. Like cops have to deal with assholes everywhere.
Right.
Try that in a small town is also disrespectful to cops who have to deal with drunk fucking morons who listen to songs like this and then do try to fight cops. This idea that they love the cops is fake. It's just on the back of their cars until the cops come to their house because they're shouting at their wife and they go, I'm not allowed to shout at my fucking wife. It's my house. Right. And then they're fighting a cop and then play that song in the background.
Yeah.
You fat idiot. Anyway.
Try Mike Racine's act in a small town.
What?
The producer's the best. He goes, speaking of fat idiots, he like knows there are some talking points we could be able to get to. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Why? Who's the fat idiot?
You have to say it. I can't.
Who?
I wouldn't call her a fat idiot. I would call her maybe a big fat meanie.
All right, so Johnny's
maybe
like,
a big fat meanie.
Johnny's like directing the show.
Yeah.
I heard. Oh, so we're gonna talk about Lizzo now?
I guess so. Yeah.
I guess the only thing I want to say about Jason Aldean, if we could just go back there for a little bit, is that like it's a shame that you can't call things gay anymore, because that song is like the gayest thing.
Yeah.
That I've seen in a while.
Now how do you feel about?
And then you just did it.
Sean knows.
Well, because but don't you feel like we have to have this like discourse around everything? Like
no,
we can't just
I think everybody says
discourse
gay now.
is over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Discourse is dude. We're back, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, once we got the Cheeto out of the White House, discourse is over.
Yeah, man. I'm doing
Nobody
the robot
cares.
on the subway.
Everybody's so burnt out on politics, and with very good reason.
Yeah.
But it's like, nobody cares about any of this stuff anymore.
No.
You can just say whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I mean, it's like you shouldn't say gay or retarded in polite or mixed company, but
sure.
if you're
if there's
a
piano in the room, if there's a really nice well-tuned piano in the room, maybe don't say the R word,
Yeah, but if you're a professional and you make $600 a month on a podcast, then it's open season.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's just like when you look at what country music has turned into, it's like depressing, because I'm like a huge fan of country music.
Yeah.
And I like the stuff that's like a lot of it. A lot of country music from the past, like from between I guess the 50s and the 70s, feels like there's like actual struggle in the song, you know?
Sure, and even
There's,
those
like, real-
songs are, it's guys who loved stories and so and they knew how to tell stories.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They knew that stories could relate to people.
You ever hear that song,
These guys don't even
Fancy?
get it. They just go, my wife, my car, my job, shoot you in the
Right.
face. And you go, what? That's not what it is.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
you're supposed to be looking at the moon and riding across the mountains. And what does it mean? It's like, these guys are dumb. I'm
Yeah.
choking on myself.
You ever hear that song "Fancy" by Bobby Gentry?
No.
It's about a girl. It's about like growing up in poverty, and then her mom buys her a dress and tells her to go like whore herself.
Oh, God
And she
damn.
like it's about like getting out of poverty. It's cool.
Yeah.
Play it. I guess.
I think I've heard a Dolly Parton song about a thing like that.
I think the song Fancy is actually by Iggy Azalea.
Oh, is it?
That's who you're thinking of, yeah. She's a white rapper.
She was good. She had a little moment.
Yeah.
You ever see that thing where she's on Hot 97 freestyling, and the guy calls in, he's like, "Yo, that shit is fucking trash. Get the fuck off the airwaves, B."
Well, because she's from Australia and she's fucking terrible.
She's terrible. Yeah.
What song did she make?
Fancy.
Yeah.
How does that go? Oh, you fancy.
I'm
Oh,
so fancy.
You already know.
Listen,
I'm
baby,
in the
I do this. I
fast
thought that
lane.
you. Yeah.
that proves that
Oh, and then
hypnosis
Weird
is
Al,
real. That
dude.
something can go into our brains and we like it like that.
Yeah.
That's hypnosis. That's like that certain noises make us just go dumb.
Dude, and then Weird Al did a song called "Handy." He's like, "I'm so handy.
No, did he?
Let me fix your stove." He's like, "My hourly rates are low." And yeah. Yeah, I
He's
was
still
like, this
doing
is good.
songs? Like,
Yeah,
around,
he put an album out like I don't know, like 10 years ago or so.
I thought it would be original songs by now.
Yeah. It just goes by so fast. Anyway, I just there's country music is just it's for like fat retards.
Well, no, look,
Yeah.
there's some country music that I think is like genuinely great.
Like now? Like
And-
what?
Look, there's some country music that I recognize when I hear it on the radio,
Yeah.
and I go, "This is a little too on
Like
the
what
nose. Like
artists?
they're being too descriptive of heartache that I can't listen to it because it like makes you sad." There's a lot of country
Yeah.
music. Like there'll be a country song about like your dog dying. You
Mm-hmm.
can't help but it hurt you because anyone can tell you a sad story about their dog dying. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of country that's just imitating country.
Yeah, but are you saying
It's
like anything
college for
modern?
college
Anything
kids.
modern though?
Well, there's this guy Coulter Wall that I just played for you, who is really good country.
Okay.
There's this guy Nick Shoulders, who is so fucking good. I consider him country. I think he would consider himself like folk country.
Yeah.
And he even acknowledges like, you think you're country, like you fucking drive these big ass cars and stuff, which I have
Right.
other opinions about that. I mean, these people have cars where they need to. Like
Sure.
when you live in the woods, you have to be able to drive through mountains to live. You have to have a big car. Sorry, like. No, it's true. You can't drive a dude. I drove a Prius in the wind. I've done it. I drove a Prius for like the last 4 years. It fucking sucks.
You don't need like a
Can't drive in
massive.
inclement weather. In Montana, you need a fucking truck. You absolutely
Yeah,
do.
but you don't need like a massive brand new pickup truck.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what do you mean?
Well, you got to run over Black Lives Matter protesters
Yeah,
blocking
that's
the
true.
road.
That's true.
No, there's parts of the country that are just
Well, get a Dodge
country, and
Charger.
you need a giant car. So
Yeah.
I think to mock those people is like strange.
No, but
But
you
there
know
are
who
some
I'm
cool
talking
country
about.
singers who are very aware. Yes, I do. And
Yeah.
I think it's like a fake bullshit. Like you'll see them play on SNL.
Yeah.
You go, who the fuck is this kid?
Yeah,
and they're all
yeah,
like
yeah.
kids who never been through nothing and they're impersonating what they think country is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a TikTok trend or something. Yeah, it's bad. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. I guess I just feel like it's very much for like a certain class of people now. It's for like middle class people and not for. It's
Not for
not.
struggling
There's
people.
nothing like cool about it. Yeah.
Try that in a small town, but it's Scott in a mixed race relationship.
I just think there also is like so
Because
many.
country music used to be like, I got caught jacking off at the movie theater again.
But there's so much country now that is that like you're talking about pop country now.
Yeah.
But I mean music, everybody plays music now that there's like pockets of country.
Yeah.
that still exist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That Orville Peck guy, and he's like popular now.
No, but it just seems like the stuff that's mainstream is like
Yeah, it feels like it was presented by American Idol, and you go,
Yeah.
"Hey, are all of you nuts?" But
it
they
feels like
just
it's, yeah.
cable has like destroyed their brains,
feels
where
like
they
it's
think
sponsored by-
country is Blake Sheldon. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
dumb fucks.
Anyway. That's
Cable
all.
has ruined everybody, right? It's just like told us what matters and what doesn't, and it was just the law forever. It controlled the news. Just having television is like, don't you look back on TV and you go like, oh, I get what the Amish were saying, kind of. Like, we can't have TV the way we have it, where we let it tell us everything. All we know is just what the TV has told us for the last 70 years. Who the fuck knows what's going on?
It got a lot more concentrated after 1996. There was a Telecom Act, and that like seriously consolidated media ownership, especially like in the radio. Like Clear Channel is the infamous example, but you know, even in the cable television stations, like 90% of the media back in the 80s, and this was considered a problem at the time, was controlled by something like 30 or 40 corporations, whereas now it's 5 or 4 control 90% of the media.
And that's what people sitting at home are watching. Most people are just inside most of the time. That's most of the time. They have jobs, and then they watch television, they go to sleep. And then on the weekends, they get to like live their lives, which is the country songs they play in the backyard or the rap songs they play in their back, whatever they're, you know what I'm saying? I forget what the fuck I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Cable ruined us.
Yes, cable has fun. So anyway, these people are watching cable and they think that's country.
Yeah.
Because they're not actually going out and listening to people playing at bars, but there's like young people wailing.
Yeah.
You know, it's not on NBC and it's not at the Country Music Awards.
Sure. I agree with that. Do you ever like watch television when you're like in a hotel or anything?
Yeah.
It's just the stuff that you're getting is much different than the stuff that you get if you do the stuff.
If you walk around the street.
If you walk around the street or if you listen to podcasts or like whatever it is. I don't know.
Well, it's like, I mean, when I'm home, I watch BBC World News a lot. And it's fascinating to just compare like BBC World News with CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. I mean, it's like American news really is just for children. Like, I mean, they talk to you like you're stupid if you watch American news, and you watch like the European news or BBC. I mean, it's like, they do kind of talk to you like you're stupid, but they at least acknowledge that there's a world outside the United States. Like you could watch CNN for 2 weeks and you would never know that there was any country outside of this one and that events occur there and these sorts of things.
Right.
And, you know, BBC will cover what's going on in Niger or whatever. But I mean, it all has this kind of same liberal propaganda bias on it on BBC News. But it is just fascinating to me how American media has really shrunk the ability of Americans to think about anything outside of this country. And within this country, everything is just kind of filtered into this Democrat versus Republican, red team versus blue team mindset where it's just like people are just not capable of critical thinking, evaluating ideas. It entirely depends on who does this idea come from. Do we like this person? Do we not like this person? And you see that again and again. In fact, like with Trump would be a great example where ideas that were, like skepticism about the vaccines when Trump was still the president, Kamala Harris or whoever would come out and say, well, I don't know if I trust something that was put out by Donald Trump's government, you know? And then and conservatives be saying the opposite. And then 6 months later, everybody just reverses, where everybody's so programmed now. They don't think about issues, the vast majority of people. They just think about, are the people I like on this side or are they people I don't like on this side?
Yeah, and it's like if you consume like cable TV, like I was watching, like we were watching television in the hotel a couple weeks ago. I forget what we were watching, but there was some like Amazon commercial and this dad was like, I forget what the commercial was, but I like turned to Deb and I was like, why is every man on TV just like so soy? And I was like, and I'm not even like,
Sean just did whatever.
Yeah, we're back doing the show. We were on our second memory card. I guess we just need a lot of memory cards.
Mike has been very busy lately.
Yeah, I didn't have any time today to prep for the show. I wish I didn't have to go to work. I would have taken my son to the Transit Museum. Spoiler alert, that's what we're doing next week.
Yeah, we're going to talk about choo-choo trains.
We're going to talk
New York
about
City subways.
We're going to talk about fucking choo-choo trains.
But Sean, where were you before this fell off? We were talking about
Cable. I don't know. I don't know where the card cut out though. I
Yeah.
mean, we're talking about cable news and keeping people dumb.
All right, we're talking
and-
about cable news.
Yeah, where were we after that?
Sean was saying that Anderson Cooper does a bunch of satanic rituals where
right.
he eats children.
Oh yeah,
That's
you
right.
didn't. You were about to read a quote
Oh yeah,
that
Greg
you didn't
Gutfeld.
read.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hey, let's.
All
go
right,
for
so
an
Sean
air.
was about to read a quote from Greg Gutfeld, everybody.
Yeah, he was on his show The Five, and they were talking about in Florida they've got like a new curriculum in the schools there that says slaves learned some like valuable skills while they were enslaved, which it's like okay, that might be literally true, but you wouldn't say, oh, people who were in Dachau or Auschwitz, they learned some survival skills that
Right.
benefited them
Yeah, you're
afterwards.
human. You're gonna learn skills no
Right.
matter what
Right.
situation you're in, motherfucker.
You're gonna
That's
learn
what
how
we
to
do,
make.
baby.
You're gonna learn how to make rice and pancakes.
Yeah, that's why the fucking AI will never win because we will adapt,
yeah.
bitch.
But so it's just a quote from the Fox News show The Five, and Jessica Tarlov. I'll condense what she says, but she talks about this curriculum with the slavery skills and stuff. Frankly, I'm just fundamentally uncomfortable with the sentiment that blacks benefited from all from this at all from this. And it made me think of someone. Obviously, I'm not black, but I'm Jewish. Would someone say about the Holocaust, for instance, that there were some benefits for Jews? Right. Well, they were hanging out in concentration camps. You learned a strong work ethic, right? Maybe you learned a new skill. And then Greg Gutfeld responds, "Did you ever read Man's Search for Meaning? Vic Frankl talks about how you had to survive in a concentration camp by having skills. You had to be useful. Utility kept you alive."
What a fucking idiot. That's
Right.
Man's Search for Meaning, right?
Yeah,
Viktor
Man's
Frankl.
Search for
And that's what he got out of that was that like he read it like a workout book.
Right. It's like you put me in Dachau, I'm only going to grind harder.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
those guys who go to jail and they show you how to pump iron in prison. They go,
Yeah.
all you need is a chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the Wes Watson for Buchenwald?
Yeah.
Those are
What
not
a
those
fucking
pretty.
idiot.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think he's done. I think he's just coked up. I mean, I don't know, but
yeah.
that would be like if I was talking to somebody about the Holocaust, I would, and I was coked up in this scenario. That's
say some
I
wild
might
shit.
say some odd shit like that.
Yeah. Well, there's obviously
Be
obviously.
like, did you read this book that I've read about the Holocaust?
Yeah,
and then I'd be
yeah.
very excited to talk about it and like not even
Sure.
listening to what they just said
Yeah.
before me.
I guess one thing about the Holocaust, it's bad for you, but then your great grandson gets to go to Israel and finger like 12 girls. He just gets to go on birthright and just gets to come nonstop.
It's like, yeah, that's like Pete Davidson's dad dying in 9/11, and you know that's like what happened to like some of those guys who died in Auschwitz. Is their grandsons got to live out that dream.
Right. Because
It was all worth it, really.
Yeah. I would just imagine if your grandfather died in Auschwitz, you're kind of like a celebrity a little bit. You got a little clout, you know?
It's true.
Maybe you don't get to Pete Davidson levels, but yeah.
That is something you could just like put on your Tinder bio.
What?
My grandfather died in Auschwitz. Single line bio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looking for friends on Bumble.
Yeah. J Swipe.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Yeah. You should get on J Swipe.
J Swipe, yeah.
Yeah. Are you in? I think Jewish women are.
They're beautiful.
That's right. Yeah, they're beautiful.
This is J Swipe bio. It's like, hey, I'm the Israeli sniper who killed that journalist. No, the other one. Hey, I'm the Israeli sniper who killed those Palestinian medics outside the wall. I'm looking for matches on J Swipe.
Yeah. There you go. What happened to that girl in Seattle you were seeing?
Oh, I might still see her.
Okay.
Yeah.
That rules. I love how Sean sees something. I might see her again. That's what sight looks like.
Well, it just sucks, because it's like we live in different cities, and then it's like, oh, you like somebody, and then you're like, oh, I just have to like not think about them seeing in other people, you know?
Yeah.
Of course.
You have to like,
yeah.
because it's like I don't want to do a long distance relationship, but at the same time, you can't control those feelings for somebody, so it's like, oh, I guess I just don't think about it. I guess I
Right.
just have to spend thousands of dollars on magic cards and
Yeah.
smoke weed all week to
Right, right.
That's
not
another-
allow it to come
Right.
into my brain.
Yeah. That's another thing kind of having phones and stuff and technology is ruined.
Yeah,
Is
she's
that
also seeing 15 different homeless people.
is that sometimes a long distance relationship is a huge responsibility because it's like you can see my face right now. FaceTime me, talk to me for 2. It's
Yeah.
not like when you used to have to write letter. Like
Right.
if I was a soldier, I would be like, I have to fucking FaceTime my fucking girlfriend. I'd
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
kill myself.
Yeah.
Right.
while being shot at.
She's seeing 10 different homeless people and 10 different grunge musicians, and there's only 5 that overlap between them.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, I was thinking about that. I mean, like mail, like letters. I think that's all like human courtship evolved for. Like texting's too immediate because it's like when you're talking to somebody, you have like the immediate response of their facial expressions and all that. But when you're like texting, you have the immediacy, but you have none of the facial cues. You don't understand like where they're coming from and all that.
The urgency or lack of.
Right.
Yeah.
And like letters were fine because then it was just like, oh, everything you want to say for the next 2 weeks. You just put it in the letter.
Right.
And then, 3 guys will drown and eventually it'll show up in Madrid or wherever she is. And
but then she gets the letter, she saves them,
Yeah.
because they're just more meaningful.
Brings them up later, keeps you to a bunch of promises you didn't mean to make.
Yeah.
An older Marine walks up to her door with a folded flag. She starts crying.
Right. Yeah, I don't think Deb would save like 900 texts of me saying WYW for dinner. IDK. WYW. But yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky you don't have to figure out what you want for dinner every night.
No, yeah, it's
a
just
pain.
Chick-fil-A. Just straight to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Nice. What about on Sunday though?
Oh yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
We haven't figured out Sundays yet. I just don't eat on Sundays.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Starve to death.
Yeah.
I've been eating once at night, and then I've been good. I haven't eaten today, and it's 8? I have not eaten today.
Really?
Yeah, I've only had coffee. Oh, I had a banana. Sorry, that counts. But I didn't want it. I fought it.
Well, speaking of
Speaking
bananas,
of, wow, that's fucking crazy. I didn't mean to do that. I did have a banana today, but not to make a segue.
Yeah. All right, so Johnny, fill us in on the Lizzo controversy. There's a.
I love that. You're making him do it.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Because it does sound like
I
you're
don't know
being
anything
offensive.
about it.
You describe it and you go, no, don't make a racist statement.
Johnny
Say
said
what
we don't
she
talk.
did.
He said if we don't talk about Lizzo, he's going to be upset.
Yeah. So what happened with Lizzo, man?
She's fat shaming her dancers. She's creating a hostile work environment. She's making them eat bananas out of sex workers' orifices.
And who are her dancers? The gorilla at a used car dealership?
Jesus, dude.
What? It's like they're fat. Is that,
I'm leaving
all
my
right.
name out of this episode.
Sorry.
Not because it's offensive, just because it's bad.
Oh, all right. Just,
Fucking Mike.
I'm trying.
Lizzo she fat shamed her people. She said one of them was getting too fat. This is what the woman is claiming. I would assume.
Lizzo denied it though.
Did she deny it?
Yeah. Are we ever gonna believe any of these celebrities?
I don't know. She's coming off like a big fat liar to me, though. You know what it is? It's
liar. The parachute that you wear for clothes are on fire.
No, you know what it is? It's because we've talked about Lizzo before on the podcast, and I've always gone, I don't get jokes about Lizzo. Who gives a fuck? Because in my head, I always go, would I have sex with Lizzo? I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know that the answer is an ill no, which is like everyone's reaction because they're liars.
Yeah.
So I have to go, I'm going to fight the urgency to lie, right? But if you're a fat lady, you don't yell at fat ladies for being fat. It's wrong.
Right.
And it makes people
Yeah.
call them Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you fat bitch. Don't be so mean to these people.
I know, but I feel like I always do that. Like when I see qualities, when I see like a guy who's fatter than me, I want to make fun of him.
Really?
Like I make fun of Lev a lot for being overweight.
Yeah.
And then
Lev just looks like you if I put someone's glasses on. You you appear a little closer.
Yeah. There's also a girl I know. Shout out. I won't say her name.
Mike.
No, but I'm saying she's a no. It's just funny because she's because bad comics always make fun of bad comics always talk shit about each other.
Sure.
And then there's a girl I know who does porn. She does actual porn.
Oh, okay.
And she was telling me about her roommate. She's like, my roommate is such a slut. She was like, my roommate brings home guys and lets them fuck her in the ass.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's like I've seen you, doing actual pornography. I think people have a tendency to like when you really viciously bully people when you see things about yourself in other people that you don't like.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Do you think part of it is the weight shaming is her feeling like, hey, we're friends?
Hey, you know who's got a really bad podcast?
Well, wait. You can do that, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you don't want to talk about Lizzo. But I think some of it is, you see, like, we know successful people where all of a sudden, like, their friends are their management. And I don't even mean that, but they just hang around their management a lot or whatever, or their assistants. And I can see someone thinking, oh, we are friends, when you're not. So when shit hits the fan, when you fire someone, all of a sudden your claims of, girl, you're getting fat, are, you are my employee, you're getting fat. Mm-hmm. But who knows? I don't know. I wasn't in the room.
Yeah.
But they're coming for her, because even the like creative director came after her, not even just the dancers. It's like a lot of people are like, she is very hard to deal with, and she shouts.
Really?
But you know, some people are like rewarded for shouting their whole lives, and then they fucking shout. And well, shame on her. Now she's getting, you know.
Well, nobody likes Lizzo ever since she went on tour in Turkey and caused that horrific earthquake.
Yeah, but what if Lizzo was saying like there is a weight restriction on this stage, and so she's yelling at the woman
Well, that's
who
the
gained
fire
weight
marshal
to be like,
saying
you're gonna kill us.
Yeah. Well, what I heard was that those dancers, they were on a boat, and Lizzo and her family tried to turn the boat over. Lizzo and her family attacked the boat, and that's why they're mad at. That's why they're mad at Lizzo. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard one of Lizzo's fans was stuck in her stomach for 30 days and 30 nights.
Damn.
Yeah.
She tried to she made them eat bananas out of hookers or prostitutes or sex workers in Amsterdam.
Where
it's legal.
That's illegal?
It is. Well, it's legal in Amsterdam.
Wait, you can't legally eat a banana out of a...
No, you can, I assume. Yeah. You can have sex with them, or you can pay money to have sex with them.
By the way, tell me I can't eat a banana out of a hooker's ass.
Try that in a small town. Have I talked about it? I did, like, when I was in college, I walked through the red light in Amsterdam, and it was, like, really depressing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I think you have, yeah.
Yeah, I have mentioned.
But you know what? Talk about it again, baby, because we got some fucking...
This is when Sean was in his Fight Club phase, I would guess. You're 24, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to kill one of these ladies in a corner, and no one will care.
I did get into a fight in Amsterdam. I must have told these stories. I've told all these stories.
Yeah, but now you can retell it with flair. How did you win the fight?
Yeah.
I dumped
Did you punch somebody?
No, I was in a McDonald's, and some guy was throwing fries at me. So I went
you thought you were a pigeon? You thought you were a bird? He's like, turtle doves.
He was with his kid. He's like, come on, let's feed the pigeon.
Let's feed the birdies. I don't know how they talk in Amsterdam, you know?
Yeah. But
he was high. He thought he was Big Bird. Anyway.
Yeah. He was throwing fries at me, and then I walked over. I was like, hey, could you stop? And then he threw a fry in my face after I said that, so I dumped my Coca-Cola on him.
Yeah, you got to go freak mode.
And then we, like, scuffled, and then I ran out of the restaurant and had an adrenaline rush and walked around the block like 7 times.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
There should be more of that.
Yeah.
The come down is hard, though.
Sean was staring at
Do you shake a lot after, like,
you get a crazy adrenaline rush.
Yeah, the adrenaline rush is like you go, oh, I get why some guys punch holes in walls.
Right.
Yeah. Because I can't afford to fix the holes.
I get why
so
Navy SEALs go and shoot pregnant ladies in Afghanistan. If this is what it feels like.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Sean was staring at a Magic the Gathering card. It was like a Medusa with 3 tits. And the guy was like, I'm here with my kids. Put that away.
Yeah, he dresses like Gambit and just throws him at the wall.
Yeah.
But Lizzo, anyway, she did make him eat bananas out of
she made her backup dancer eat a banana. Now, but did the banana have a I can't even imagine. Was it out of the peel?
Was it fair trade?
Yeah.
I would. Oh, that's interesting because you can't just slam. You would have to slam. You would have to put like
banana,
a completely green banana into a pussy in order to eat it.
Yeah.
They're suing her for making them eat an unripe banana is like not completely good to eat yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because how else do you put it in a pussy without it just becoming pudding?
I don't know.
It was a plantain. She was supposed to cook it in her pussy.
Yeah, Colin Jost used to make me eat bananas out of hookers' asses all the time. I never complained.
Yeah, I thought
I was happy for the work. Yeah.
And she's just denying it completely, right?
She's like completely denying it, yeah.
Which is, I guess, what you have to do because you can't go context.
Yeah.
Because nobody cares about context.
Yeah.
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 But nobody also cares. Just have another album.
Nobody really cares. It'll probably blow over.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. It's weird that people, but like, there's few people who are like as famous as Lizzo. So what is it that makes you go, okay, I'm one of the most famous people. I'm like everybody. I'm the people who matter really like me, and I'm doing very well. So why would you like make your backup dancers eat a banana out of a hooker's ass?
Again,
like, I don't understand. Where's the?
There's no way she's sitting there like
thinking?
Kingpin, going like, do it. So
Yeah.
it has to be like, I'm fun.
Yeah.
And again, it's like these aren't your friends.
Right.
Your idea of fun might not be the same as their fun, but they're here.
Right.
And they got to be here.
Right.
And yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like she's acting like Suge Knight. Like, Suge Knight on death row. Like Dr. Dre left because he says that Suge Knight like ordered some engineer or audio producer like beaten up when he played the track back wrong. Like they were just like people getting their ass kicked in the studio for like minor infractions,
Well, it must be hard when you're that large, right? So you're that large and unintimidating. But what happens is you walk into rooms and you're so fat.
You're saying Suge Knight's unintimidating.
I'm saying he started that way as a boy.
You're saying Suge Knight is a huge fucking pussy.
I'm saying he's a fat pussy. Y'all say that he's in jail forever. I don't care. He's a fat idiot.
You're saying Suge Knight is a fat pussy.
No, I'm saying when you are that large, like Suge Knight and Lizzo, these are like large. These are like alarmingly large people.
You're saying they're scary.
And no, I'm saying they start out fine, and then they walk into a room and they notice like two people leaving, and they go, "Wow, I must be intimidating." People leave the room, and they go, "No, it's because it's weird to be in a room where two people actually technically have to leave in order for like movement to happen." But they start thinking, "Wow, I'm fucking intimidating. I'm Kingpin." Next thing you know, they're barging into rooms like, "Everybody get the fuck out. Only cool people can hang." And it's like, "No, we have to get out anyway. Don't yell at us." I think I just made it up. It sounds good, right? And that's all that matters.
So you're saying that they're just too big. You're saying Lizzo should.
I'm saying if you become large enough, it's hard to not become the powerful source in the room that is intimidating. That when you say, "Girl, what?" it is like actually scary when she leaned forward. And then all of a sudden people are computing, this is in defense. This is if I was a lawyer, I'd be like, walk towards the judge and watch the judge flinch a little and go, "See, it's just a little scary for some reason." Because when people are large, Ralphie May was like intimidating. You ever been in a room with Ralphie May? It's just uncomfortable.
Okay.
There's a certain type of heavy that is like, oh God.
It's just weird that someone like that would like torch their career.
Well, I don't think she meant to. I think she thought they were the homies.
Yeah. And she was like, "Eat the banana out of the hookers."
Yeah, you ever see girls try to have a good time? They're
psychopaths. Not very good at it, yeah. They're
psychos.
Right.
It's awful.
Yeah, they don't know you can just smoke weed and play Magic with your homies.
Yeah, you could.
Your one friend could come over to your apartment and play Magic until 3 a.m.
Sean, I don't care what you say. Part of it is you smell them, right? It's the smell of them.
The magic cards?
Yeah.
I do love the smell
right?
of
No
new
one
magic
talks
cards.
about how they like to smell the stuff they
I like
have.
the smell of new books, too.
Oh, the smell of any book, dude. I'd be like, some books, when they're old, they smell too bad. You go, I can't even open this, How am I going to read this?
New books and old books are like the opposite ends of the spectrum. It's like the best smell and the worst smell.
Yeah. But depending on the book, if you're reading like a really woodsy book, it's nice to have that old smell. You go, God damn, I do feel like them,
Yeah.
Walden.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to tell the men out there that once you escape the longhouse, once you escape the catty, shrill clutches of women and go through a divorce, there's nobody to stop you from spending all of your disposable income on paper cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what else would you spend it on if you didn't buy magic cards.
Vacations for my wife.
Yeah.
Why don't you do vacations for yourself?
I should, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, why don't you go to like Beacon or something?
Where's Beacon?
It's like west. It's like upstate.
Okay.
And just go jack off. Get a hotel room and just go jack off for the weekend. You can take the train up there. You know, go to the beach, go to the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, dude, just have fake
Play
an
some
accent
games.
in a small town. That's what a small
Yeah.
town. Try that in a small town. Just go there and
Yeah.
go, hello, everybody. And then
Yeah.
just do that for 2 days and
Yeah.
leave, dude. So I have $1 million. See what that gets you and get the fuck out
You
of
should
there.
put on a fat suit and get on a jazzy scooter and just ride up and down the boardwalk
Yeah,
and just harass people.
Rent a jet ski, pretend it's yours,
Yes.
and see where that takes you.
Yeah.
Sit on it and go, I'm not Sean.
Yeah.
And then see what voice comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And you're that for a long 3-day weekend.
Yeah. There's nothing really fun I can do with my money because it's like I can't buy clothes because I'm too fat. I can't really drink because that's bad for you.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do where I go,
Everything
oh, this
you
is
do
nice.
slows you down at this
Slows me
point.
down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think we need to use it to travel. But it is hard to. You have a kid
Yeah.
and a wife, and so traveling is like abandoning.
We could do a little podcast. Should we do a little? Where do you want to send us? Where do you want to send the boys?
Oh, we'll pick our first destination.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the next week, Patreons.
Yeah.
If you want to write in and go like, hey, you got to come here.
Yeah,
and that'll
yeah.
be the first place we go outside of the
Right.
city, the three of us.
Head over to the Patreon and let us know where you want us to go, and don't say go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
should do
Because
a
I already
little-
thought of that.
We should do a little East Coast tour, though. I think
Yeah.
we could.
Yeah, that's easy peasy. Like Baltimore, Philly,
Boston, yeah.
Boston,
Just hit the circuit that we can get on Amtrak or
Arlington,
driving.
Vermont. Can we go to
Yeah.
Vermont?
We should do an Amtrak tour. We should do
Yeah, an
like
Amtrak tour. Why
yeah.
not? We bring the
Do they
podcast
go
on
to
the road.
Burlington?
Sure, yeah.
You know,
Yeah. We put Johnny in a suitcase. Or we,
Yeah, that'd be sick.
yeah.
Oh,
We transport. We put Johnny in a huge suitcase and say he's a dead dog.
Didn't somebody just get found in a suitcase? Somebody important? Like maybe you know what it is?
That
You
is
know,
what
you know who's
people
getting
do that,
found
though.
killed now? It's all these crypto guys. I
Yeah,
think
it
a
was
crypto guy
it
was
a
found all with
Bitcoin-
his legs
yeah,
folded.
Bitcoin billionaire got cut up and put in a suitcase.
Now why do you think these guys are getting killed? Because the money was bullshit, right? And now it's time to pay the piper.
Yeah, and sometimes they're fronts. I mean, I don't know this. I know the case you're talking about, but I haven't read about it. But it's like some of these like scam coins are like just fronts for organized crime. So you have the guy who goes out and like, hey, I'm soliciting all the money, and then it's like, oh yeah, jig is up, and then there's
up in a
just
suitcase.
organized crime guys who are like, let's just kill this guy so he's not a problem anymore.
Guys, I know you don't like it when we say the show is bad. So I don't know.
So good.
I don't know
think
how
this
you
is
felt
good.
about this. Thank you, Scott. But you've never said an episode's been bad.
No, I've said it. I think,
Yeah.
but it wasn't this one.
I imagine if me, you, and Sean were like three dads to the same kid,
Yeah.
you'd be like the Italian grandmother who's like, "You're perfect."
Yeah, I think I'd be the
and
mom.
then me and Sean, you'd be the mom.
Yeah.
And me and Sean
you two
would be the
doing
fathers.
exactly what you're doing now.
just crippling, criticizing it. Yeah, just making it
Just going, was this the
unfunctional.
right decision?
Yeah.
It's just like,
I was
Yeah.
bad on this one because I read a mean Patreon comment, and it
Well, we'll
turns
talk
out
about- yeah.
it turns out it's not so funny when they're not about Scott.
yeah,
Right.
that's right. How does it
And there's a lot of
how
mean
does it
Patreon
feel? Damn.
But anyway, yeah. But if you want to join the Out for Smokes Haters Club, head over to
They
patreon.com
love us
right
over
now.
there.
Give
Hey,
us
shout out to the
$5 a
Discord
month.
too. The Discord is good.
Yeah.
Discord
yeah,
is
we should
nice.
The Discord
Okay.
is very nice. I should write in it more, but I like to look at it.
Okay.
And I'll look at everything. They got a lot. Have you ever done Discord? It's kind of fun. You get to pick a thing, you know, like literature, and it's guys talking about books. And you click on music, and they're talking. But it's like the listeners of the podcast talking about stuff. So check out the Discord if you haven't. It is
Yeah.
very cool. There's a lot of activity on it.
Yeah.
More than you'd think, Mike.
Okay.
Maybe you should hop on it too, and I'll start commenting
I'll
on
hop
it.
on, yeah.
And then we'll make that a thing.
Okay. And if you're gonna order a shirt, I probably have about 5 mediums, 5 larges, and 5
I
XLs
thought you said
available
you sold
for.
out. I thought you said you sold out.
I'm close to selling
okay,
all
that's close
my.
to selling out.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I want to have some to sell on the road this weekend. But And shout out to the guy who ordered a 4XL. That order cost me $26.
Wow.
And that's
what are you
okay.
putting it on a snowman? What, does this guy live in Alaska?
He's in Russia. He ordered it for his pet bear.
Yeah. What are you, Lizzo's new backup dancer? Hey, pal.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm happy. I'm happy to do it, and the price doesn't change based on the size. I just believe that people are Out for Smokes listeners are beautiful in any size. So I'm happy to order you a 4XL.
Well, guys only like wearing black too. Have you noticed that? You try to sell like a yellow shirt, they go, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
So
I have
gross,
too many black shirts though.
I have too many black shirts. Let us sell you a yellow shirt.
We got a nice gray,
Calvin's
a nice beautiful
Piss.
gray. We got an email that said, I don't understand these shirts. I don't like them.
Yeah, well, that was
But,
my
that's
inner
all right.
monologue for a little while, but they're selling like hotcakes.
But I'll tell you what, we do have a new design coming out in the fall.
Do we?
Design, the one that you designed. And I'm pretty excited about it. It was kind of
Oh,
a collaboration. It was sort of a collaboration.
Well, I
with
got
the-
some
with
other
the
ones I didn't
pink,
show you guys that are pretty fun.
Great. So we're going to do all that. We're probably going to set up a Shopify store. But at the moment, ofsshirts@gmail.com. Get our little cigarette guy shirt. Let me know your size and your shipping info.
If you're in New York,
Oh, yeah, shit. This is the most important part.
Yes.
we have a stand-up show in New York this Monday, August 7th. It'll be at 185 East Broadway. It's called the Sovereign House. Start around 7:30.
And if you're a lady and you come to that show, I'll buy you a drink.
yeah, it's very nice.
Mike
of
is
you.
the only
Ladies
not
get a
single
free-
one, and he's saying things like this.
Yeah, ladies get a free drink. Please come by and say hello to my co-host, my single co-host.
Yeah, so it's in Manhattan, 185 East Broadway. Sarah Tolomosh will be there. Jordan
Great.
Temple.
Oh, Sarah's
three
the
of
best.
us.
Jordan's the best.
Yeah,
Great.
just like doing a little guest sets, work on some new stuff. I think it'll be a monthly show. So if you want to see us run some newish material in Manhattan, that's the place to go.
We did it last month. We had a blast, and we hope to see you there.
I think
This Monday.
I think it'll be $10 suggested donation, but if you don't want to pay, I'll just let people in.
Yeah, do whatever you want. And that's the show. And we will see you next week or over on Patreon, patreon.com/outforsmokes. Bye-bye.